and welcome to another new edition of News Across Nigeria. I'm Olumide Macaulay. On the program today, the Nigerian Army reveals plans to take the war against insurgency to the nation's cyberspace. Lagos State government sets up task force on land grabbing, says crime must stop. And eligible voters in Ondo State ask INEC to extend continuous voter registration exercise in the state. Thank you so much for joining us on the program where we keep you constantly updated on what's happening across the Nigerian Federation. And we begin in Abuja, the nation's federal capital territory, where the Nigerian Army has announced plans to take the war against insurgency to the nation's cyberspace as part of efforts to reduce the menace to its barest minimum. Addressing a news conference in Abuja ahead of the Nigerian Army Day celebrations, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, says the insurgents who have been heavily decimated are engaging in a cyber war in order to discredit the efforts of the Nigerian armed forces. He says the army remains resolute in fighting insurgency in order to restore peace and normalcy to the northeast and other parts of the country. And in the southwest, the Lagos State government has set up a task force to check the menace of land grabbers, just as it vows to tackle the activities of these land grabbers, popularly called Omonile in the Yoruba language, by deploying necessary resources and applicable laws. The State's Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Adeniji Kazeem, said the administration of Governor Akinwumi Ambode is determined to apply the full weight of the law to permanently address the problem.
In recent years, the land grabbers have caused havoc and unrest in different parts of the state by dispossessing legitimate landowners of their properties, thereby stifling commercial activities in the state. It is therefore important that the state government not only identifies the effects of the problems being perpetrated by these unscrupulous elements on commercial activities and peace of the citizenry, but also finds lasting solutions to the menace. That is the reasoning behind the setup of this task force. Furthermore, the need to protect investors and maintain law and order also led to the setting up of the committee. As we all know, land is a very important asset in this state, and the security of title is also very important. And therefore, anybody who uses threats of arms or physical threats to dispossess people of their legitimate property will be treated as criminals. Worthy that Section 281 of our criminal law includes land as things capable of being stolen. Section 52 and 53 prescribes a jail term of 2 years for any person who forcibly enters or takes possession of land in a manner likely to cause a breach of the peace against a person entitled by law to the possession of the land. Henceforth, the state government will be fully enforcing provisions of these sections.
That's Lagos State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Adeniji Kazeem. In neighboring Ogun State, the government has appealed to the federal government to help them overcome the new security challenges following the invasion of some communities by suspected militants in Ibafo and Arepo in Obafemi local government and Imushin Elekwete in Shagamu local government areas. The Deputy Governor, Mrs. Yetunde Onanuga, and the Secretary to the State Government, Mr. Taiwo Adeoluwa, made the call when a delegation of the state executive members and security chiefs visited the affected communities.
Security agents, community leaders and Ogun State officials are present here to discuss the recent suspected militant attacks in Obafemi local government area and Imushin Elekwete in Shagamu local government area of Ogun State.
By the night,
two leaders from the communities narrate the incident.
Saw her in our area, fully armed to the teeth, killing people between 11 up to the morning. Even those who are having their iftar, who are having Ramadan fast, were killed alone.
They have killed all the goats in the villages, killed all the fowl, collecting money from people. They went to one bakery, all the bread that the men just did, they packed everything.
After the talks, the Deputy Governor and her team visit the affected communities to see the damage done. The silence here confirms the story that residents have deserted the area. Now that security operatives have been deployed to the areas, the state government is appealing to the people to return home.
I want to appeal to the KBACs that you should please tell your people that have gone away, that ran to other places, to come back, because we have our men on ground.
It also wants the federal government to provide adequate security around the state to shield it from external criminals.
Our people have been hugely displaced, and that it is important at this stage for the federal government to show greater commitment and greater seriousness to this violence.
In recent times, Ogun State has been exposed to activities of criminals, especially those of all thieves vandalizing pipelines that run through some of its communities. And the earlier these hoodlums are checked, the safer life would be for residents of the state.
Staying in the southwest region in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, the absence in court of Mrs. Yewande Oyediran, a female lawyer who allegedly killed her husband, has again stalled her trial. Presiding Judge Justice Mukhtar Abimbola had last Thursday adjourned the trial after it was discovered that the report of the medical examination conducted on the deceased and the statement of the co-tenant with the defendant were missing. Responding, counsel to the family of the deceased, Mr. Sonya Akinyele, says he was not aware that the accused person was ill, insisting that the defense counsel ought to have brought that to his attention before now. Meanwhile, the presiding judge has adjourned the case till October 24th, 2016.
I don't have the monopoly of information concerning her. And I told the court that it's only a living can withstand the test of trial. But we just need to be convinced about the state of her health. But notwithstanding, we believed him because he was speaking from the bar. So, and that necessitates the court granting the adjournment and coupled with the agreement of counsel. We have both agreed to come back on 24th of October 2016 for continuation of hearing.
You're watching news across Nigeria. Coming up, good news in Delta State as the government there signs a memorandum of understanding to begin construction of the Delta Commercial City project in Asaba. Please stay with us.